Hi class, thank you for joining me. Before we begin this presentation, I'm going to give you a few seconds to grab a pen or a pencil and a piece of paper. This can be any piece of paper. It is something you can throw away when you are done with it. It can be a small piece of paper. It doesn't need to be a whole sheet of paper. So I'm going to give you just a couple of seconds to grab a pen or a pencil and a piece of paper before we get started. All right, let's begin. So let's pretend or imagine that this is the cover of a book. The title of the book is The Lost Road, and under the title is a sentence that says, "The lost road is where I had to begin." Now we are going to make a preview. So what I'm going to do is give you 3 minutes to look at the first slide where the title of the book is. So look at the first slide again and write down everything you see, any words you see, any images or pictures that you see. I'm going to give you 3 minutes to do this. So take that pen or pencil and the piece of paper and begin just writing down all of the things that you see. So I'm going to go ahead and put the first slide up again. And let's begin. So you're writing down everything that you see, every word, every image. What are the objects that you see in this picture? Even if it does not seem important, go ahead and write it down. Okay, just another minute to finish up. Okay, just a few more seconds and then we're going to move on. All right, go ahead and finish up. We're going to move on. So you wrote down everything you saw. So you probably wrote things down like the title, the sentence under the title, there's a road, there's the desert, there's many other objects here that you could have written down. And that's great. They are all important things when you are making a preview. So what you just did is preview the text. All of the items that you wrote down are clues to help us understand what this story is going to be about. So previewing is preparing you to read. It's preparing you to understand and remember the things that you are going to read. It improves your ability to focus on and remember what you read. All right, so here's your assignment. Now you can make a guess. We call this a prediction. You're predicting what the story is going to be about. So with just the information from the first slide, what is your prediction? Who are the characters that we know about? What will the book be about? Where does it take place? When does it take place? I want you to post your responses in the discussion where this video and presentation is. Post your answers, and then once you have posted your answers, you will be able to see what your classmates have predicted. And remember, you're just making some guesses. There's no right or wrong answers. So be as creative as you want to be. And I'm excited to see what you guys come up with. Okay, so when you're making a preview, all you do is give the text a very quick skim. This should just take you a few seconds. And then from the information that you see, you're gonna make a guess or a prediction. So a quick skim, you make a preview from the information you can see from a very quick skim of the material, and then you can guess. Then you make a guess or a prediction from anything that you notice when you skim. Okay, here are some things that you can look for when you skim a text to make a preview. You want to see the title. A title gives you a clue about what the main idea or the message is going to be. Any headings or chapters, they'll tell you how this text or this paper, this book, this article is going to be organized. The introduction, right? Read the first paragraph or the first sentences of each paragraph. Again, this will give you a good idea of what the main idea or the main message is. Okay, any visuals are clues. These are pictures, vocabulary that is in bold, anything that is highlighted, quotes that are larger than the rest of the text. Those things are also clues that will tell you what the story will be about. The conclusion, okay? A conclusion will give you a summary of the main points, final thoughts, or results, which will also give you a good idea of what you will be reading about. Also, if this is a text that you are reading for any class, it is a good idea to see if there are any questions that you will have to answer at the end of the text. A lot of times those questions will give you information about the story that you are going to read. Okay, when you preview, try to answer these questions. Right? Who, what, where, when, how. Who is the story going to be about? Who is in the story? What is important, or what will it be about? Where is the story taking place? When is it happening? How is it organized? All right, previewing it might seem simple. It might seem like something small that you don't have to take the time to do, but it is actually very important because of these benefits. It helps your memory. It helps you to think, to process, and remember the information you are going to read. It helps you to understand. It helps you begin to understand what you are reading about before you even begin reading it. It also helps you focus. Okay, you will spend less time reading. I know you guys like to hear that. So if you preview what you're going to read, you're going to spend less time reading because you will be able to understand it better. You will be able to process what you are reading faster, and you will be able to read more quickly because of these things. So thank you for joining me.